Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, folks. Welcome back to Crisco's Corner from Fox News. Photos of crowded migrant, which they would say unlawful migrant, holding center in Texas, released by Democratic congressman. This is one of the congressmen I said in the other episode that decided, I'm not going to run again. Him and another congressman that have districts along the border. Representative Henry Suellar, a Democrat of Texas, released photos of migrants in clear pens akin to cages. Oh, wait a minute. Did you say cages? Sure wasn't Cajun. Oh, no, those are from a different place. Hypocrites. Let's read on before I lose it. Photos of illegal migrants in a crowded border facility in Dallas, Texas, are released Monday by the office of Henry Suellar, Democrat, Texas. The Biden administration limits media access to the southwestern border. Now, what kind of government limits media access? This is not a multiple choice. You're going to have to come up with that on your own. Authoritarian. Did Donald Trump limit media access when all of the press was pounding his ass relentlessly about separating children? Many of them were later sex trafficked, you idiots. The illegal migrants who are in clear pens akin to cages. Actually, the page fence cages, as they call them, were better. At least it was air circulation. Look at these things. Are seen sleeping on pads on the floor with aluminum blankets. In some instances, it appears that dozens are sharing individual pens. Most appear to be wearing masks. Amid a significant surge of illegal migrants to the southern border, President Biden's first 2 months, some of the media have complained about a lack of access to facilities like the one in Donna. You mean the Biden administration isn't open? Open and honest? Wow. I respectfully ask you as Customs and Border Protection to stop blocking media access to these border operations. Award-winning photojournalist John Moore tweeted Friday, I have photographed CBP under Bush, Obama, and Trump, but now zero access is granted to media. These long-term images taken from the Mexican side. Now, this picture below is from Donna, Texas. That came from the congressman's office. So the ones that he has are from the Mexican side. This is the Texas side. He added, there's no modern precedent for a full physical ban on media access to CBP border operations. Yeah, sure there's a precedent. It's called Democrats. It's called Democrats with an effed up policy. They use this crisis and use this situation and use these people for political gain. Don't you remember kids in cages? MSNBC and CNN were outraged. Outraged, mind you. Oh, you know what? This is what you voted for, idiots. Well, I hated Donald Trump. He was an ass. He was a moron. He was an egotist. He tweeted too much. He talked too much. He was just a jerk, and he was a racist and a homophobe and a transphobe and fill in the blank phobe. Well, this is what you voted for. And I feel bad for those people along the Texas border that live there. They're these little towns that are being overrun. But here's the other part. I understand they're flying them way up north by the Canadian border. Oh, I'm sure the locals up there are real happy with a whole bunch of unskilled or extremely low-skilled workers that don't speak English, and we'll say North Dakota, Wyoming, Montana. Hey, how about this? How about we bring them up to the Canadian border, then turn them loose into Canada? Then we'll see how the most politically correct and progressive leader in the world, Trudeau, their prime minister, takes these people in. Want to bet he won't? Because that's what progressives and Democrats do. Bop, 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 bop. They're hypocrites. The White House has said it is limiting media access to border facilities in order to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Well, I gotta. that deserves the last track. Dude, can you imagine if Donald Trump did this? Limited media access? And then told the opposite party, i.e. the Democrats, you can't come in here to look because these photographs might leak out. Oh, my God, that'd be such a crap storm. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said on Monday the Biden administration is aiming to finalize details and how the media can access border facilities like the one in Donna, Texas. Psaki responded to the photos on Monday as a reporter asked whether the conditions the migrant children are being kept in represent a crisis. Children presenting at our border who are fleeing violence, who are fleeing prosecution. How the hell are kids being prosecuted, you idiot? And who are fleeing terrible conditions is not a crisis. Well, it isn't. So ask anybody in the war zone that's fleeing violence by the hundreds of thousands. That's not a crisis? Are these people stupid? Who are fleeing terrible situations? There's terrible situations all over the world. We can't take them all in. We take 1/2 of the world's refugees currently. 1/2. We feel it as a responsibility to humanly approach these circumstances and make sure that they're treated and put in conditions that are safe. Yeah, no coronavirus checking at all. 10, 15, 20 in a plastic holding cell akin to cages. Yeah, that sounds safe to me. I will say that these photos show that we've been saying that, which is that these border patrol facilities are not places for children. No crap. No kidding, really? They shouldn't be there, period. You should never let them in the country. They're not places that we want children to be staying for an extended period of time. Who the hell is we? Our alternative is to send children back on this treacherous journey that is not, in our view, the right choice to make. She continued to say that the Biden administration is aiming to ease the pressure on a facility like the one in Donna, Texas. Yeah, by putting them up in northern United States by Canada. Oh, my God. The photos released Monday also upset some on the right who believe Democrats are being hypocritical. No. Hypocrites. Saying there is no crisis currently in the southern border after sounding the alarm over the treatment of illegal migrants under the former President Donald Trump. Either Dems and media faked the tears and outrage pre-Biden, or they meant it. Republican Dan Bishop, Republican of North Carolina, tweeted, "If it's the latter, where are they now? Kids are in cages, and this surge is far worse than under President Trump. Here's where they are, Congress member Bishop. That's where they are. They're silent. They got their wish. This is part of their strategy. It's backfiring on them, but this is part of their strategy to make sure that Texas and many other states in this country are Democrat for the next 50 years. Uninterrupted power. This is what they do. Is there a perfect solution? No. But every single country has laws. You bring these illegal migrants up the Canadian border and turn them loose, Canadians aren't going to take them. Why not? Because all they do is bah, 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 bah. What was that? The teacher in Charlie Brown? Wah, 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 wah. And that's all they do. Now they're in charge. And it's a freaking disaster. They can't even guard their own border of their own country. They're going to run Medicare for all which is really Medicaid for all. I wish they quit calling it that. These people can't even control the border. You guys that voted against Trump because you hated his guts, you didn't vote for Joe Biden. Okay, I get it. But actions have consequences. And as Barack Obama said, I remember in the meeting after he won election against John McCain, turned to him and said, John, elections have consequences. Well, here you go, folks. Elections have consequences. And this is only 90 days in. Until the next time, folks, goodbye and good luck.